All right, we're
Shut up,
recording.
Riley. You have no room to talk.
Your mom, dude, your maiden.
Start a recording session.
It's already started, MF. It's already started.
Riley, my maiden is you, bro. What?
Yeah, bro, that's. Yeah, bro, what do you think I do in my free time?
Yeah, awesome.
I get swagged out, I ball. I realize I have like 8 golden seeds in my inventory and get 4 more flasks, and then I ball. Anyways, so, yeah. Last time we left off, everyone died, and then everyone was like, and then, they met a drow who was like, yeah, hey guys, you guys are like important or something. And, yeah, give me your arm. And Heinrich gave him his arm, and then he walked over to Naomi and said, the clergy sucks. Give me that. And Naomi did. and then he walked over to Oresha and flicked her in the eye.
Her eye came out.
Yeah, and her eye came out. And, then he just stared at Kildred and was like, you look like somebody who doesn't have parents, that like you.
Well, you definitely don't now.
Your parentless behavior.
Snaps.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened. Do not go watch the last episode to get proper context.
Actually, for real, really should watch the last episode. It's
Please
really
do
good
watch-
and really funny.
Listen, leave a like, and if like genuinely like leave a like and a comment if you can, because that's something the algorithm.
something. Our video gets out there more. Something.
My downfall.
Anyways, this stream is sponsored by Raycon. I'm listening to you guys through
no, you're
Raycons
lying,
right
you're
now.
lying.
No. Why we can get
You
sued?
start trying to steal Raycon to me. It's
This
the day
stream
I
is
leave.
not sponsored. I would rather be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends than like Raycon.
Why?
Because Raid is like a funny mobile game. Raycons are just like shitty Bluetooth earbuds.
Bro, I've heard they're actually pretty fucking
Raycons are really good. They're not shitty.
They have a lot of bass
Not
to
that
them.
good.
They have a lot of bass
They're
to
the
them,
best.
which is a problem.
good. Base these nuts in your mouth.
Yeah,
bro.
base your mom across my jaw. I do not care.
Your mom suck.
Bro.
Look at my trousers.
Anyway.
Your mom stuck me good and hard through my Knights of Leon Del armor. Anyways, yeah.
Where'd my dice
So,
go?
yeah.
I gotta go find my dice.
Whenever you guys wake up after, leaving the Roman being dead and Detroit
up.
becoming human,
Wake up.
Joe
Wake up.
Biden, wake up. Oresha, wake up. When you guys wake up, you're in a really classic scene to say the least. You are washed up on a beach. As all of you get up slowly and your eyesight returns, it's all blurry and stuff, because, you guys took some pretty bad injuries initially, so, your body's still coping, molding, and seething about that. You see there are a few people who seem to be helping other people who are on this beach. You can see humans, and you can see tridents and doulahans and some dwarves and elves amongst the people who are helping other people. They've set up a small camp on the other end of the beach. They're on the left side, and they're on the a bit further right. Well, they seem to set up some sort of camp to be helping with everyone who's washed up on the beach. And there's still a few people near you who haven't woken up yet.
Probably dead.
They might be.
Oresha's gonna slowly stand up and feel to where her left eye is, or would be.
Whenever you go to touch where your left eye is, it feels a little, it feels solid, yet you feel like if you push on it hard enough, like a shell would crack and it'd be mushy underneath. And it feels the shell actually feels almost glass-like as well.
Oresha's gonna just slightly look around to see if, this eye is already doing anything or if it's just blind.
Your left eye, you're definitely seeing worse vision currently, but as you look over to the people that are being helped and some of the bodies, you can see that a few of them have these almost little waves of necrosis around them, including some of them who are clearly dead, i.e. those who have actual bits of ship in them or they have very clear injuries. Whenever you look at some of them, one or two of them are tieflings and elves and sort. You can see, that some of them are clearly more radiant or clergy people, as they have a more radiant aura to them, just these little waves around them. But it's only a little bit. And you can see other waves, but you can't really identify an element from them. Heinrich, was it your left arm or your right arm that you gave up?
Left arm.
Left arm? It feels not as solid, and you almost like lose your composure as you stand up. And
I guess I try to like push myself up with my arms.
yeah, whenever you try to push yourself up with your left arm, your right arm does fine, but you notice your body's a little tilted as you go to push in against the sand, and your arm almost feels squishy. You can almost hear it squish against the sand as this sort of layer begins to slowly form around it, reflecting
It sounds like this. Sorry.
reflecting the light of what appears to be very, very, very early morning.
It sounds like the Squidward walking noise whenever he goes to use it. Whack, whack, whack.
Oresha's gonna look for Naomi.
Naomi is a little bit further away from you, and she'll be awake if you want her to be, Garrett.
Oh, Garrett's doing something.
Garrett.
That's why Grandma was talking to me.
Oh, okay.
What's going on?
Oresha is seeing if you are awake.
I don't know, is she? Probably not.
That's up to you.
Probably
You
not.
decide.
No, Epic rap. Ow! Fuck!
Just gonna make sure that Naomi's alright.
Ow, shit, give me a second. Oh, fuck.
Oh, what'd you
Welcome
do?
back to another
Make me a
epic
medicine
rap
check,
battle.
Oresha.
Riley, I
Today,
stepped on one of those
we
damn
have
nail
Silly
boards from the carpet.
Billy
Are you okay?
versus Testicular
no.
Torsion.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Did it pierce your skin, or was it
Oh.
just like a little thwomp?
It's a fucking nail and I stepped on it. Of course it pierced my fucking skin.
Eh.
Ouch, bro.
I'm good though. It's fine. I'm good.
You got tetanus.
You need a band-aid for that?
You need some like shots
No, I'm fine. Calm down.
for like tetanus.
I'd hope he has his tetanus shot.
Yes, I have my tetanus shot. I have all my
good.
shots.
Who doesn't?
It's isn't that regulated?
Really?
I don't know, man. Is it?
I think it's on par with the rabies shot.
You decide.
I usually always get it, like, I think in the same session of your rabies shot. I don't think it's the same session, but like,
Not the same set, but like it's on par with it.
yeah.
Like you only need
Right.
it whenever you have it, or are in danger of it getting it.
Eh.
I mean, I think you could just get your tetanus shot normally.
Yeah, you usually just get it normally. Anyway,
Naomi snoozed.
Oresha's just gonna quickly look over Naomi to see if she's injured or anything. Probably not, but like, just to make sure.
She doesn't seem to be now.
Okay. Oresha's then gonna look over to Heinrich.
He's awake.
How you feeling?
Well, first off, every bone in my body feels broken. And second off, he kind of lifts up his left arm. It seems he was, it seems the deal was put in place.
Also, what does my eye look like?
How does it
Oresha's-
look like to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oresha's eye is just a fully black pupil, and the pupil is fully black, but the actual eyelid and iris are very, very, very faint, yellowish, like yellow and purple swirl that seems to swirl around. Even when it's like the eye is still, it's just kind of swirling around in like a circular motion, and it kind of moves around. You know those like backgrounds where like whenever you like whoosh your finger, like a bit of like things pops up. It's like that. Like whenever the eyelid moves, like whenever the iris moves to go look at something else, it breaks the shape and like they fall into like a top bottom order kind of thing. And then you like streak against. I'd have to. I don't know. I know what I'm thinking of, but that's
Don't-
what I can describe.
Don't do this. I'm not saying this to flatter you, but it does kind of look a bit beautiful. It's like very black, but like there's like it looks like there's glitter in there that's swirling around.
That's interesting. Oresha's gonna see if she can still, like, detect anything if she covers the eye with her hand.
Whenever you cover his hand, you don't seem to be able to.
Okay. I could probably get some sort of item to maybe make it look not so weird.
Maybe an eye patch.
Probably, although that could just... I'd still like to be able to see, detect things.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't have really got rid of your eye then. You gotta talk to him about... He did say if you do try to mess with the deal in some way that, like... You said you got rid of your eyesight, correct?
I just got rid of my left eye.
Oh,
I
your
didn't
left-
get rid of
your
my
left
eyesight
eye is-
entirely.
You have to
Yeah,
speak with him
this-
and, like, getting something to possibly make it to where you can see.
Well, I don't want to be able to see with this eye. This eye is able to detect, like, energies right now. If I cover it up, I can't see anything. So I was hoping to maybe get an eye patch that lets me see through it. Although that's probably not going to be possible for a while.
Well, maybe
Okay.
not.
We should probably get Naomi over to the camp just to maybe rest a little bit.
Maybe.
Oresha's gonna walk over to Naomi and just pick her up.
He's gonna
And
kind of walk over towards the camp.
yeah, Oresha's gonna soon follow after.
As you begin walking over to camp, some of the volunteers notice you and they begin to rush over to you and check over you. A few of them give you very odd looks as they notice your arm, Heinrich, and your eye, Oresha. And they give this curious look, but they don't ask anything. As they, seeming that you're fine, begin to go over to the other people who were either asleep or clearly wounded on your side of the beach. The camp is pretty small. It's two somewhat decent-sized tents. There appear to be people cooking food, and there appear to be some clerics, priests of the sort from the town, making sure people are healed the best of their abilities. Some people obviously aren't going to be able to make it. You see a man who has a very, very hefty piece of wood stuck into his shoulder, and you can see a noble who appears to have been wearing like some sort of porcelain mask. And whenever the ship had actually, gone apart and everything in the explosion, it seems like the porcelain is now in their cheeks, and there's even a bit in their eye that they seem to be trying to pull out, but to no avail.
Like
Whenever
a
they
duke
get into
or
the camp,
duchess.
Oresha's just gonna probably like lay Naomi down just somewhere comfortable. And is gonna quickly check herself to see if she still has her father's smithing hammer and the unfinished rapier
Alright.
that her father was working on before he died.
You lay Naomi on one of the cots, little cots they place on the ground to lay people on, and you still have everything on you.
Okay. She lets out a sigh of relief after finding out that everything's still there. Alright, I suppose we should help out the camp.
With what? Really?
Just gathering people, seeing who's alive and who's not.
Looks around the beach. I don't know. Most of them look quite dead to me.
Still with a shot to check. Oresha's gonna start going to look to see if anyone is still alive on the beach.
Mm-hmm. Make me a medicine check.
Oh fuck, I forgot. I need to go grab my dice. It's good.
Hehehe, I have dice coming in
That's
Friday. So funny silly thing that's happened while this is happening. That airsoft Beretta I have, right? Obviously I need something for my hands to do. So I'm not on my phone at the moment. And I'm messing around with it. I kept on pulling the slide back and it fired. Which is not good anyways. It's shitty, it's cheap, it's like a $13 one, so it doesn't engage the spring anymore and actually be able to fire, so now it just has a really kind of what do you call it? Like a really annoying pull to it. which it has whenever you're trying to prime it, but, you know. That's a funny thing. But yeah, Heinrich, to you, most of the people on the beach don't seem to be in a good state. There are some that are unharmed, from what you can at least see, Heinrich. There are some that are incredibly harmed. There are some that are very clearly just dead. You see 1 or 2 bodies that have wood shrapnel in them, and you even see 1 or 2 that have swords in them, and other items. You know,
Probably
actual
from
weapons.
like armory that blew up on him.
Yeah. There appear to be a few that have, you notice some of the prosthetics, like some of them have prosthetics, and most, in with anything porcelain, it seems, just fragmented into their body. You see
Ow.
one woman who clearly had some sort of porcelain prosthetic leg, and it's mostly gone, save from a very large chunk of it that's now in her thighs.
Holy shit! Ouch! I fucking fell. Oh, my entire leg hurts. Ouch.
Now you know how she felt.
Oh,
Ouch, my leg.
oh, my leg. Also, you wanted me to roll a medicine check, right?
Yeah.
Ouch. Fuck. Okay. Awesome. Amazing roll after I get hurt. Ow. Holy shit. That's a natural 1.
Natural 1?
Yeah. Oh. Oh,
Oresha,
fuck, it hurts
you're not
so
a-
much.
Oresha, you're not a doctor. By any
Yeah,
means.
she is definitely not a doctor.
You're a doctor in maybe New Jersey. I don't know.
Shame your doctor's asleep.
Yeah.
You can tell some of them are obviously dead, some of them are still breathing, like you know, at the very least you know, like, you know, head to the heart sort of thing. But anyone with any injuries that you don't like know how to treat on hand, concussions or anything like that, you know, fragments that have gone into their bodies, you have no clue if they're gonna make it or if they're alive even.
Hurts. It still hurts so much. Ow.
What'd you do to your leg? What happened?
Pretty sure you
Okay,
probably-
so I was running up the stairs because I wanted to get here.
Oh god.
I was running up the stairs
Oh,
and
did you miss a step?
So I'm going up the stairs and there's a metal lip on the top step. So I tripped over the step that's like right before that. I tripped on that and then I fell with so much momentum that I scraped my leg. Good thing I was wearing pants.
Oh.
All the way down to my toes. It hurted.
Mmm.
Holy shit!
Because I was wearing pants.
Oh my
Shit hurt.
god.
Oh my god.
I did that.
Dude, you could be dead right now.
I think I
Thanks.
fall down the stairs.
I did
You could
that.
die from that, man. Thank God you're wearing pants.
I did that to one of my arms
Thank
with
God,
like
bro.
the string of a bow I had. I like fired and it it fucking hit my arm. It wasn't that bad. Like it wasn't that bad, but Jesus.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, you
I'm-
can't.
I'm much
You
better
really
now.
can't tell if anybody has more than a blatant like they're not gonna make it like a like a bit of wood in their neck or some weapon from the armory that hit them in the explosion and chunked the side of their fucking head. You can't tell otherwise if it's not an obvious injury.
Yeah. If the ones like that are still alive, Oresha just kind of looks at them just like. I'm not sure if they're still alive or not. I definitely feel like I should put them out of their misery.
Yeah, don't. If they are dead, you make the twin death gods mad.
That's fair. Anyway, there isn't really anyone that I see that we can help here.
Do I
Other than the
notice
actual-
anyone on shore that were from the ship, like either the Dragonborn or the Singer?
Ah,
Oh,
that's
that's a good
funny
question,
you
actually.
ask. That's funny you ask. I have to ready an image.
It's gonna be some bestgore.com shit.
No, I'm not gonna
Next
send
door
you
dot
someone
com.
getting shotgun. Freak.
You should. That'd be funny.
That would not
That'd
be
be
funny.
very funny, Riley. Come
That would
on,
not be funny, MF. I do not
Riley.
care.
I have the worst sense of humor.
I
It
do
would-
not condone. I do not condone child violence.
Also,
I do,
for the
that's
people
funny.
who are watching this, I do not condone going on bestgore.com.
To the people watching
Yes,
this,
he does.
he
He's
thinks
crazy.
you should.
I don't. I know I don't.
He believes you should go on bestgore.com.
It's like Live Leak, but worse.
You
Exactly.
Heinrich, whenever you look over the camp, there's quite a few figures off on the ship. Some of the nobles who seem to have made it. You see someone who has a similar affliction to you. There's a part of one of his legs is now rather goopy looking.
He might have taken a deal.
Yeah, you see the elf that Sirius was looking for, who appears to be tending to some of the wounded. At the moment, putting one of them is, and you see a familiar figure. You've seen them by their height, and you've seen the hair, but you see what appears to be the performer, not in the outfit they were in before. They appear to be in this sort of odd getup of what appears to be an overcoat and some sort of sweater underneath. Check character art. That is the funny art that I did like literally a month or more ago at this point, I think.
Clown! They're a literal clown!
They're clowning on me.
That's right, Bard College, baby.
The Bard College of clowning around. He's gonna walk over to them. How the hell you survive?
They give you a look, and very exaggeratedly, they like put their hands on their face, mimicking shock. Oh, someone else survived. How did you make it?
Didn't.
I could tell.
He's gonna kind of show the goopy arm. If you know what this means, then you know what I did.
Oh, I am aware. And the performer.
Oh God. What kind of deal did you make?
How did you... Did you go to the Kraken and give up your arm?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, no. How the fuck do I
You
have...
look
Oh,
very
stop!
good.
No!
Ah! No!
No! I don't want to die!
Ah! No! Ah! No! Ah! Ah!
Alright, go on.
You to me are very clearly undead. I could tell by just looking at you. And this,
Awesome.
she moves around to
Okay.
behind you. She moves around behind you and touches a little bit on your neck, and it's a very odd sensation as in your eyes, from what you can see, what appears to be the mark of a tree. Like it appears in your eyesight.
Oh, me?
No, Heinrich.
Whoa, what you just do to me?
That is the mark of the undead. And she begins to pull her overcoat off a little, showing like her left arm, and you can see the same mark on her bicep.
Oh, did you make a deal?
I made a deal.
Oresha's gonna look for any marks on her own body.
Whenever you look around a little bit, you do find that the mark appears to be on your eye. As you think about it, it appears in your vision.
It's like the thing where like games have the visor thing effect on your game, and when you're first playing, it's like, man, this is annoying. Then you get used to it.
Yeah, kinda.
It's kind of like that for Oresha right now. Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I played I think it was Halo Anniversary Edition, which had that. And I was like, man, I fucking hate this. And then I got used to it. I'm like, man, this is fucking awesome.
This ain't that bad.
Ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad.
If I could see the alien, that's good enough for me.
I can see the Xeno.
Nah, they don't call them Xenos, they call them aliens. Or, no, Covenant.
Yeah, Covenant, because they work for the larger organization of the Covenant. But if you want to get specific, the Sangheli. Doesn't matter, though. How the fuck do I put a character into a campaign that, like, wasn't there already? I'm gonna have to look that up.
So... where are the rest? I'm gonna guess they are kind of like some of the people on shore.
They might not have made it, no. I have...
like this new you. It's very awkward to just listen and watch you.
She does the feigning shock, like hands on the cheeks, mouth open wide again.
Mm-hmm.
That is a bit rude to say to somebody.
I'm not going to get used to this.
You might have to, depending on how long you are here. Well, it depends on when
Correct.
Sick comes back. I'm still waiting on him.
Is he still
How do you
alive?
think he's gonna take this?
What do you mean?
Just yes. She just gestures at all of them, just like them in general.
Like the whole camp, or just like the party?
Oh no, she's talking about just the person in front of them. In front of
Oh, he already
herself.
knows. You see that little ruse, that
So
little
you've already
performer,
s-
that was a little ruse I had to do. I'm just like this naturally.
Naturally.
Yes, I was born this way. In the negative plane. And then someone
So
brought me
you're-
here.
You were born in the negative. A what now?
What now?
I am what some would call a shadow Kai. A shadow of somebody that does not truly exist. Well, depending on what purpose you are built for. Of course.
I never heard of a Shador Kai.
It definitely feels like you're supposed to be a joke.
Well, that's not kind of nice to say to someone.
Well,
I am quite the clown, after all. Would you like to see the rope trick?
No,
No.
please, no. Don't pull it
No,
out of your
please
throat.
don't.
I hate that.
Do not.
I really hate stuff with throats. I really hate it. I've seen one clown do it, and I've seen one clown do it, and I can only think of intestines.
Yeah.
Understandable. What
Anyway,
if the...
have a good day. So Oresha like pats him on the cheek and starts walking back to Naomi.
One more question.
Yes.
Is that makeup, like, your face, or is that, like, put on?
No, it's makeup, don't worry. If I took all this
Okay.
off, I would just be grey.
Well, you know what? They say, being green ain't easy, or being gray.
I have never heard that before.
It ain't easy being green.
It ain't easy being green.
Thank you, Kermit the Frog.
I can't do a... Actually, hold on, I can, I just can't do the song
It
with
ain't
the
easy
voice.
being green.
Oresha's gonna whisper to Naomi.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
I can
Wake
assure
up.
you it does not work.
Wake up.
What the-
After it doesn't work, Oresha's gonna like pat her cheek. She's like, Naomi, Naomi, Naomi.
like she like swipes at your hands like, well, what do you want?
Come,
No.
there's people to help
Why do I gotta help?
because they're hurt.
I don't. My shift doesn't start until like 2 more hours.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Naomi.
You watch her open her eyes. Hey.
Seems you've had a lot of memories to think about.
What? Why
You're
am
like
I?
half awake and you were just like, it's not my shift yet. There's people to help. And I definitely
okay.
cannot help them.
What do you mean? There's people to help? Where am I?
Oresha just immediately points to the people that are in like the tent that has like the cots. The people that are hurt. Well, we're no longer in the afterlife, I can tell you that. Ow, I just hit my tongue.
And then really quickly, you see Naomi start to eye you up and down really fast and like climb on you and search your like body to make sure you're not injured in any way.
You do see
her
Oresha's
left eye
eye.
is new.
Yeah. Until she like comes to like your face and she's like, "Your eye's really pretty now."
All
Wow,
right.
all right. Everyone's giving me compliments now. Thank you.
I never meant it as a compliment.
Well, you still said it anyway, and I still took it as a compliment, so still thank you. Anyway, Naomi, you're I know you're light, but like, could you please get off?
Oh yeah, sure.
Thank you.
She hops down,
pats
she's like-
Naomi's head.
She's like, "Okay, so where am I needed?"
Just I'm not quite sure. I haven't actually asked to see. But I'd assume just walk over to people that seem like they're pretty injured. Try and heal the most injured first, kind of thing.
Okay, yeah. So Naomi's gonna immediately, I guess, search the beach.
All right, make me a
And help
medicine
who she
check,
can.
Naomi.
Yeah, and help who she can. Oh fuck, that's the wrong Naomi. Not the level 15 one, not that one, not that one. Go back.
Lamau.
Lama! I think I'm proficient in medicine, I believe. I would have done that. Yeah, okay,
Should
I
be.
am. Yeah, I am. Sick. It's 2020, there it is. Okay. That's a smooth 22.
22.
Nice.
As Oresha failed before, you are a much better person for this sort of thing. You look over when you can. You roll at anyone who's obviously dead. People have taken big chunks of wood through them. Weapons that flew out from the armory. People that are just burnt to a crisp from the magic blast. There's even a few people that are just dust.
Dust.
Not a fun fate, to say the least. But you begin to help some of the lesser injured people. You help someone who appears to have a bit of wood stuck in his leg. You begin to get him over to the campsite that's on the right side of the beach. As we go back, you begin to help people who have more, like, lesser injuries. People who are clearly disorientated, having things like concussions. Some people complain about not being able to hear in one of their ears. They've either lost hearing in one ear, that sort of thing. And a few of them seem to have lost eyesight from the explosion. Their eyes singed. But you help what you can. You get a decent bit more to the camp, which almost begins to, like, overcrowd it. But you stop after a little bit, waiting for more people to be sent into what appears to be a path up from the beach into what you can imagine is a town beyond. The Tridents, humans, elves, and dwarves that are all helping from this town, they give you a very appreciative look as they begin operating on these people, and they even pass you some food to hand out to both party members and anyone who isn't being treated at the moment.
Any dead body that she sees, she like she does a small prayer and then she just like just keeps going.
There are a good bit of them.
Just do one big prayer, alright?
Yeah.
Just do one big one.
But the clerics that are also there to try to help diagnose some of the people that aren't at the camp, they give you appreciative looks and give you a few thanks, a few of them praying for you as well as praying for the people to go on into the afterlife. You notice one or two of the clerics are dressed in very dark, like a light ashen gray type of robe, and they have these almost fiery red symbols all over them as they begin to collect these bodies, carrying them almost bridal style into town.
I'd imagine Naomi looks pretty out of place, giving her bright clothing.
Yeah. Most everyone's dressed in very dreary colors, especially the Tridents. They wear these, like, pale, light, darkish, like, cyan colors to match your skin, and there's a lot of gray. There's a few who appear to have been probably out hunting before this whole incident, as a few of them appear to be in makeshift camouflage. Some of them have what appears to be paints to blend in with what appear to be swampy colors on their face, and some of them even have leaves and stuff stuck to the outfits they're wearing as they're helping.
I'm sorry, as soon as you started talking about what everyone's wearing, the Jetpack Joyride main theme appeared on my fucking Discover Weekly.
Yeah, and the berry steak fries. You're good then.
Damn.
Oresha's gonna like go into town just to see what's happening there.
All right.
Are we on the new continent that you said that?
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Oresha, as you enter town, you are met with a very, very dreary and like kind of beat up sign that reads. I'll post the image in a little bit. That reads, that is made out of what appear to be two much thicker pieces of wood, and is like nailed into three boards of wood going down. The first board reads Nelwood / Gillsworth. The second one reads ports open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Markets open 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the last one on the second one reads curfew with a very, very big exclamation point, 10 p.m. And the one at the bottom reads beware of lurks. With what appears to be a little drawing of a fish.
Oresha's curious about this whole lurk thing. Is probably gonna just see what information she can gain from maybe the criminal life.
The criminals out and about.
That's probably in the town.
Yeah. You do see as you enter the town, you're in more of a not a center type area, but you're in basically the beginning of the entering of town from the beach. To your left from where you're standing, there appears to be some docks that are closed up at the moment, but there's a few people who have probably breaking the rules very blatantly, beginning to unload and load cargo onto some of their ships and stuff. There's a few people who are out fishing and their boats go off the launch. And to your right seems to be more town area. The town itself is a little rickety, to say the least. Or what appears to be this side of the town is. The buildings are built, they're clearly built hastily, and you surmise that if a big enough wave swept through town, at very least a few of the houses would be knocked down instantly. They're also very rustic, and a lot of the actual boards and stuff are very washed out. It almost gives a dreary feeling. Even in the very, very early light of the morning hours. And also to your right, you notice there seems to be a very large, not lake, well, whenever you move closer to it at some point, you notice it's almost like a lake area that extends out towards the wilderness out of the town, and encompasses about the size of a decent-sized lake that has a staircase somewhere where no water seems to be able to get by the staircase or flood it. With a sign that says, which is more well maintained, and the actual things that are holding up the boards on it are actual brick, and it reads Gillsworth. You can surmise this is where the Tridents seem to live, or quote their side of town.
So I assume just the basic people are off, the actual just rickety, dreary town looking thing.
Yeah, more like the humans, elves, dwarves, and anyone else who lives in the town is there. There are a few Tridents who seem to be out in these early hours, regardless, who walk into what appear to be, excuse me, much larger buildings that are probably motels or inns and such.
Russia's gonna look down the staircase.
And whenever you walk over, the staircase, it's not flooded. It seems like there's something holding it back, probably some sort of magic. And it appears to be the entry into a proper underwater town. They're not fully underwater. If you go down it, or you stick your hand far enough in, down the staircase itself, you can feel the moisture is much heavier. It's a lot more humid. And you can almost make out trees at the entrance of what appears to be this underwater part of the town.
Mm-hmm. Russia's gonna start heading down there to see if just what sort of limits are in this area town.
What sort of limits?
Yeah, like if only Tritons are supposed to be here or something like that.
As you enter, there's a bit more force on you. Obviously, there's a little bit more. There's a different bit of gravity slash pressure on you, as you enter into town fully. It's very different. There are some things that are made of wood, but they are reinforced by this blue stone, and instead of dirt, it's mostly sand, with some paved roads here and there. It's very beautifully lit, though. You can see fish that seem to be swimming around more towards the top of the area, so you can't just like jump up and slap a fish, unless you're tall enough to do that. Unless you're like 7 or 8, well, no, more like 8 or 9 foot tall. Then you'd be able to just leap up and slap a fish if you wanted to. But there appears to be a decent bit more buildings. They're a little more compact and more connected together, a little more organized, and they're all mostly this weird mix of what appears to be some sort of underwater sandstone and these blue bricks and little bits of wood for support here and there. And the Tridents are already out in full force, it seems, as a lot of them are doing business. You see some what appear to be street carts of sorts, already selling things. There are families walking around. There are laborers at work carrying materials to start the day and start their work.
So the Trident town is much more well built than the one that's just dreary. This is a more well furnished town.
Yeah. You could assume that the Trident town was there before the other town. Also, whenever you look up, instead of seeing water above you, you see stars, like stars that you'd see in the night, but there's a lot more of them. And they almost illuminate some bits that don't have lanterns or whatever to, actually light up the areas. It feels almost ethereal.
Oresha's probably gonna look for anything that could be like some sort of like black market kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Make me an investigation check.
Investigation check? Okay. Bro! That's 2 natural ones in a row?
Oh, well.
What the?
You look around for a bit, but you don't really find a black market. There's nothing... ironically, there's nothing open air in the same way that there would be in the Lotus campaign.
Bro.
You can make another one if you want, because I'm not,
Yes. Okay, that's so much better. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty
Actually,
20?
no, that's 19.
Sorry to grab something. Yeah, 19. You begin to look around the markets. The markets are already open, and there are a lot of Tridents already buying stuff. There's some cooking, and you can smell, I don't think you can smell, like, the smell of, like, fish, salmon, cod, that sort of thing. You've probably smelled that before. There's a few different, smells and such that you've never smelled before. There's some sweet, some sour. But as you look further in the market, you get more into the actual market area, not like a mass, like, eatery type area. And as you get through thing after thing, a few Tridents giving you odd looks. They're probably not used to, non-Tridents, or at least demons as well, actually going through here. You begin to look through alleyway, and so you eventually come across what appears to be a small, off-the-side market, where there is a single stall of what appears to be a Trident selling these sort of odd-looking flowers and some pastries. And also, they also seem to be selling weapons and a few... as you look over some of it, you can see that it's clearly opium pipes.
Yeah, baby!
Guys. Oresha's gonna walk over.
Cool.
Hello.
You see the Trident behind this stall, who appears to be he's a bit clumsy as he's trying to put some things on some shelves, and they keep falling, and you hear like a as he has to rearrange them over and over again until he finally notices you. One side of his hair is unevenly cut, like the right side of his hair.
No.
It's a bit longer. And he has these
Oh, no.
sort of somewhat biggish, like yellow eyes. And you could generally describe his disposition as a bit silly, as if like a bit childlike. But he's like 6'2", so it doesn't matter.
Yo, is Oresha still
Hello.
following? Oh, Oresha's the same size as him. Hello?
Oh, they are seeing eye to eye.
Hello. A good afternoon, I think. I didn't actually look at the sky before I came here.
More like he like looks up at the stars for a moment. Hey, it's more like, you know, it's more like early evening, I think. Early evening, early morning, something like that.
It's always starry up there, I assume.
Well, in the morning it looks a little different, but yeah, it's mostly starry.
Wait, you can tell a difference?
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Okay, that's going to be very confusing for me.
I understand. Anyways, sort of newcomer has a bit of a problem with it at first. It's a little hard to tell.
Yeah, I was curious about just information about just the area. Just the area that we're in. 'Cause I was with the ship crash.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. It's about I had some people reporting about it like an hour ago or so. Some big ship just washed up. Really weird.
I wouldn't know. I only woke up a few minutes ago.
You head on straight?
Yes?
Alright.
I think the only strange thing about me is my eye.
Oh, it's just nothing that can't be fixed over time, you know. You just put some paint or something on it, you know.
Why would you paint your own eye?
Never mind.
Okay.
So you want to know more
Anyway.
about... Well, do you want to know about
Yeah.
Nelwood or Gillsworth?
Yes.
Yes. Well, obviously, Nailsworth is where most of the people not like me or my kin stay. It's a bit more rickety, they came in about a couple months ago, been trying to set something up after they made a deal with us. Bit of a new part of town, something like that. At least that's how my friends would describe it. And this here, he sort of motions the area around, even though you can't really see the actual buildings anymore. It's mainly just sort of odd alleyways and the occasional market stall of people selling stuff. And this is Gillsworth. You're clearly not from here. We're mostly just tridents around here, and we've been here for, I don't know, 300 years now? Something like that.
Oh, that explains the much nicer looking town than the one on the surface.
Yeah, you could call it the surface. We don't really know what to call it down here. It's very indecisive.
I'd call it a cave town, personally.
Understandable.
But what is this about lurkers?
Oh, the lurks.
The
Okay.
lurks.
Oh, the lurks. Oh, they're not fun. So, if you probably should have saw if you enter the town, curfew's
Yes, of
10.
Yeah.
Curfew's 10, so, the thing is, occasionally we get these, but we don't really know what they are, and we've been around here a long time. We settled here, and they've been here since then. They're really weird. They're like insectoid, like fish mermaids.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Sometimes you get the ones that are only in the water, which is probably why some people didn't make it out of the whole crash, besides obvious stuff. Some walk on land, though, and it's not very pretty whenever you get newcomers on the beach and they see that sort of thing. But then they come out at, night, really late times of night and stuff. I think they're, nocturnal. Yeah, that's the word. Nocturnal.
So, are these just mindless creatures, or do they have some form of intelligence?
Sometimes they hunt in packs. Sometimes they use sounds and stuff to distract people. And I've seen one or two that could talk like basic language, like baby's first word. But I don't know. It seems circumstantial sometimes. Sometimes they can think and use little lures and traps on occasions, and then other times they just mindlessly attack you or just ignore you entirely.
So it seems like it depends on the circumstance. Just you might get lucky, you might not.
Yeah, pretty much.
Although overall, it's probably still just an unlucky situation to be in.
Yeah, kinda. But as long as you don't go out past 10, you should be fine.
What's your name, by the way?
Hey, me? Well,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, got scales in my teeth.
People go on to speak.
Yeah. What the fuck was that laughing at?
Oh, what the fuck was that? That was
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, bro, yeah. I go crazy with it.
I go crazy with it.
Yeah. Ha ha ha. Well, my friends call me Tulip. He holds his hand out to shake, or his he holds his webbed hand, his webs, his hand. He holds his
Webbed
hand in his
hand.
shins. Yeah.
Sorry, what the fuck
Oresha
is
shakes
Tulip? I
it.
wasn't listening.
What?
What the fuck is Tulip? I wasn't listening.
He's a trident.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
trident.
okay. Yeah, so it's just a webbed hand because it's
Yeah.
a fish.
Oresha's gonna shake his hand and just like, I'm Oresha.
Oh well, it's nice to meet you, ma'am. Once that is
So-
done, yeah, go on.
What exactly are you selling?
Oh, well, I got little trinkets, some flowers, some opium pipes, the occasional dagger here and there. He pulls out what appear to be these very... One side, it's clearly like a hunting or like a dual hunting skinning knife. Like, one side is very, like, clean and, like, basically, how to put it? It's very cleaverish for cutting, and the other side seems to be a bit more hooked. So it's, you actually get scales off of. Probably a hell of a lot easier. Hey, you got stuff like that. And also got a few pastries that I make on occasion.
Make pastries.
Yeah. Some human, some of the elves have taught me some of the dwarves... Well, the dwarves aren't really pastry sort. They don't like to call them pastries. They call them,
Shortbreads.
They use, like, the pastry dough, but they call them meat pies. I don't think that's what a pie is, but,
That's strange, but alright. Dwarves can be dwarves.
Yeah. And I know a good bit of, the local stuff.
Also, can I see that hunting knife real quick?
He holds it out to you.
She takes it and just kind of like looks over the craftsmanship of it.
It's...
See how well made it is, essentially.
The actual handle seems to be a bit little uncomfortable. Like even when Tulip was holding it, it was very clear. It's a bit uncomfortable, even for someone with webbed hands, which it's made for. But the blade itself, is pretty finely made. The edges are sharp. They could easily cut through a pineapple or paper. In a modern, shitty modern cooking YouTube terms. It looks like you could. The other side is very. Actually, closer to the other side, it's a bit like what appears to be dulled, like kind of sharpened. You notice there's a lot of like smaller, much smaller cuts, so it can actually like dig in like under the scales and get it out. It might mess with the meat a little bit, but it's not enough to be like noticeable, like change in like texture, basically. And the actual metal it's made out of appears to be a somewhat shiny, like white, pale metal, with the actual edges of the blade have this like mild bluish tint.
Who made this?
Oh, it's local. It's one of our hunting knives and skinning knives.
Is there a specific smith that makes these?
Oh, well. Yeah, he likes to brag about it, but the actual well, May is more of a land lover type term. But our mayor, or our kind of patriarch of the town, he's our well, he's one of the smiths, but he's the more prevalent. He likes to brag about his work. He made it, and a few of the other things are for sale. He also makes like dive and spear versions. Because you can't just use a knife. You can use a knife to hunt fish. Sometimes fish don't care. They can't tell that I'm gonna you're gonna get them, but you just in case.
Oh,
It's Mr.
he is certainly
Bun.
right about being a great craftsman. She's gonna hand back the hunting knife.
Yeah, he puts it away. Back under the counter. Not back on the counter. He puts like on the counter next to another one that appears to be like a little longer, but it's more of like an actual like just cutting knife, more cleaver like.
I believe that's all I really came here for. Just information.
All right.
Also see some craftsmanship of the locals.
All right. And if you have any,
We got food enough.
Oh yeah, burger. All right, I'm gonna pause recording and then
Oh god.
Just looking over some stuff.
All right. It is now Naomi and Heinrich's turns. To do shit.
Do talking stuff. Lol.
To talk, lol. Yeah.
Oh boy, the talk. Can't wait to learn about Segs XD.
No.
Why'd you sound like Muscle Man?
You know who else?
You know who else?
Elves likes
Me.
Me! My dog!
Me. I fucked the dog.
what?
No? What? Wait. So, Riley, are we still at the camp?
Yeah. Naomi is still helping people, handing out some
Alright,
food
make
and
sure to
whatnot.
start the recording back up again.
I already did, don't worry.
Me.
Okay, don't want to
Why
lose
does it
all the
have a
footage
car?
again.
Bro, stop talking about
Alright.
Yeah.
talking about
Naomi is helping
money.
people, passing out food at the moment. And
Heinrich is just gonna look around for people he might recognize, other than the clown girl.
Yeah, can I look for the Dragonborn?
I was just about to say.
Or, like, the body at least.
I was just about to say. As you guys begin to comb the beach again, you watch as slowly before your eyes, this golden light appears on the left side of the beach, and slowly forms into the body of this dragonborn.
He got respawned. Or go on, Riley, sorry.
He begins to slowly look around, and he looks incredibly fucking confused.
Yeah. Kind of walks
Ah.
over.
Where the fuck am I?
On the beach.
On the beach again? Am I having to talk to
No,
that
not dead,
fucking
not dead.
drow?
No, not dead. Not
Ah, okay.
dead. On the beach of our intended island.
Naomi like runs over like right behind and immediately starts looking for injuries.
The Dragonborn appears unwounded. Also, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just eating Big Burger.
Booger. Yeah,
Are
fatty.
you okay in any way?
I feel fine. I think.
I mean,
You
you
look
don't
fine.
look harmed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're still here, then I'm sure you understand why I'm not quite calm.
Kind of shows up his goopy arm. We about to drow. Don't worry.
Yeah, I saw.
You saw? Wait, you were there with us?
I was in the waiting room.
I didn't see ya.
I did.
Well, I honestly I didn't see him. Oddly enough, how we skipped the line, honestly.
He said we were special cases.
Special cases, that could be for many other people.
Something shenanigans about the Greater Will.
Raider Will, yes, I think he said something about that.
It just sounds like a bunch of nonsense to me. But if it
Oh, right.
brought me back, I'll take it.
Look, okay, we just gotta. If you are actually well, do you have a tree symbol on you anywhere?
Dragonborn begins to pull his shirt down a little bit. And you can see like on his chest, over what appears to be it's almost as if the scales connected together. They connect together to form almost like a little canvas for this like tree to be like etched onto, essentially.
Oh, okay, well, it looks like you've also been kind of branded in a way. Via it be to say that you're undead.
Unfortunately.
Wait, what did you sacrifice to get back?
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
Okay. That's
Probably
fine.
got rid of his dick.
What? I mean, I think don't you boys like that a lot? I don't think he'd get rid of that.
I don't know. I'd give it up to save my life.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't.
So you just lied to me. So you mean
I'd say it would be one of the things. I never said that we would.
so you got rid of your arm before your penis?
Yes.
I do not understand men sometimes.
We don't understand ourselves, don't worry.
I kind of understand myself quite well.
Something wrong with this one. Something wrong with
Yeah, I think so too. No, maybe I should search him for injuries, and then Naomi searches him for injuries.
I mean, you just find his arm.
Fine. I just have the goop arm.
He's a bit of a goopy guy.
Let me roll a wisdom save to see if Naomi tries to touch her goop arm. Oh, she touches that goop arm.
Unless Heinrich stops you, the outer shell of his arm feels like glass. And it's very smooth, surprisingly.
Oh.
Almost.
I thought it would explode because I'm radiant, but you know, it's fine.
Shatters.
Just evaporates.
I'm not sure you should be messing with that little one.
That's fine.
Alright. Yeah. Well, do you know where we are? Like, a town or a city, or like, have we just washed up on some godforsaken island?
Well, there's people here, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that means that
well-
we're near a town.
Did
How we got here? Well, you just appeared in a beam of light, so
I suppose. Did
I'm guessing the same thing happened to us. I'm not sure.
Probably. I kind of hope not. I wasn't really comfortable, but yeah. So like,
Well, I showed up asleep, so I didn't.
Well, hey, your entertainer friend, the clown, is over there.
Justine made it.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, of course she did. Yep, that's why she wasn't there. All right.
You don't sound too pleased about it.
I mean, I'm happy, but you know, it's pretty weird when your crew keeps stuff from you.
What do you mean?
What some would call a Shadorkai.
I know what a shadow claw is. I
I
had
did.
a
Yeah.
crewmate who.
Yeah, Kildrith is one of those.
I don't know what those are.
So like, imagine like a person who's never born, right?
I know a person that doesn't exist, but it doesn't exist yet.
The shadow of them exists. I mean, some of them are that, like that sort of thing, but I think from what Justine told me, Some of them are just kind of, they're meant to replace people. Not sure what that's about. I could be entirely wrong.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. Honestly, it very much does.
To be replaced by something that looks like you but isn't, kind of makes me feel a bit icky. If you say.
Understandable. My back's fucking killing me. Stop breathing into the mic, Garrett. Stop.
Garrett, I swear to God.
I'll beat the radish out of you.
Why did you say that in character?
No, I didn't say that in character. I didn't know.
Garrett, I swear to God. I'm gonna get your fucking ass.
Your mom.
I'm gonna kick your fucking
You said it
ass.
in the Dragonborn's fucking.
Did I?
voice.
Based.
Yes,
I
you
can
did.
just imagine. What is Garrett's character again? Gillsworth? Or
Naomi.
Naomi.
Chief?
Just Naomi breathing in his ear, just.
Nom.
All right, we're not trying to sign up. Oh my god, my nose.
Garrett emoji.
Well, we should probably try to
Nerd
help
emoji.
that help the town a little bit, or help like the camp over there a little bit. I'm assuming you already started, little one. You already got the look about you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Where's the other one? Where's the
They went to town. I don't know where.
I fucking don't. I don't remember her name.
Neither do I.
Oresha went to town.
Oh, right. Yes.
Gillsworth, I don't know where he is. And I also don't know where Sirius is.
Oh yeah, hold on. Where is what's his name?
Serious?
Where's Spencer?
Oh.
He can't attack.
Yeah, he can't attend. Oh, well. I'm sure you'll find him at some point. They'll eventually appear here. And what are that blind elf?
The elf.
Yeah, the one that the tall one was looking for.
I don't know.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. No, he's actually over there. He kind of points.
Oh.
I remember now. Sorry.
All right. That's good at least. Someone's day is probably gonna get better. The Dragonborn slowly stands up, cracking his back in the process. I guess I never gave you my name. Name's Sick. It's nice to meet you. He'll just hand out to shake.
It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you, Sick.
Oh, thanks, mate. Alright. So one of yous went into town. Alright, fine, one of yous went into town. Got that.
We don't know where they are.
Where in the Sam hell is Justine at?
Justine?
The
Who's
clown,
Justine?
the performer.
Over there by the tent, helping people.
There's a clown?
The one from
They're a
earlier,
clown.
There are
the
clowns?
Shadow Kai person that I was talking to earlier.
You couldn't tell by like the makeup and such and the silly hair.
I haven't seen her.
Oh. Oh yeah, you've only seen the performer part, okay.
Yeah, she's over there.
Alright.
It seems the plan didn't really go to fruition as we wanted it to.
Unfortunately not. No time to mourn the dead either, it seems.
Well, I
He
guess
just
that's...
kind of shakes his head.
well, I think that's the most we could really help you with, honestly. No offense, but,
No, I understand.
maybe some other time we might get to see you again.
Oh, well. Unless my ship can get here, if that godforsaken fucking creature can steer it over. I don't even know where we are, though. I can't, like, call for it that way. I'll try to find some way in town. You guys can do, I don't know, whatever you're gonna do.
Well, I was told by my king I'd get my mission here
Well,
after I arrived.
well, it seems you're not getting it. So I don't think this is, unless it's your intended arrival point. Unfortunately not.
Hey, right.
Yeah.
If you look out onto the water, do you see the wreckage of the ship? Like, is this the shore we were near?
This is not the shore you were near at all.
So we don't even see the ship out there that
No.
blew up.
No, you guys can see the ship. It's a bit further out. Most of it's collapsed, but because it's in shallower waters, most of the what do you call it? Most of the actual building part of the ship to the right is just kind of like it's like tilted over. You could stand on it, and it's pretty far out of the water.
Well, Heinrich is gonna go into town.
All right, Naomi. What would you like to do? Are you gonna follow behind
If she's
Heinrich?
she's no longer needed in camp, she'll leave
All
to
right.
town.
You see, there's a decent more Triumphs and stuff now actually helping the wounded. And you guys, as you go in town, you see the same sign. You know, top says Nelwood, Gillsworth. Second board is ports open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Markets open 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Curfew 10 p.m. And the bottom one, which says beware of lurks.
Lurks. Never heard of them. If it's a creature, I'm willing to fight it. He's gonna kind of walk past the sign and head right into town.
Alright.
And kind of look around, see what there is.
It's basically the same as I described for Oresha. The left side of town, you can see the ports and most of the actual human town, which is very dreary, very hastily put together. There's even some buildings that are still being worked on. You can see what appears to be a crew of some humans and dwarves working on one of these buildings that looks a lot better constructed than most of the rickety buildings and the shacks of this part of the town. You can also see the ports, which, people are unloading and loading things onto boats and stuff. Some people are getting morning fishing in, launching off from the docks to fish for the morning. And you can see, actually, given you've waited longer, you can actually see there is a decent-sized ship in the port that appears to have what appear to be wounded people on it. Probably people who weren't killed in the whole, explosion and were left at the initial wreckage. And to the right of you is the big lake area, and you can kind of make out from afar the staircase that leads into it, with the actual sign of Gillsworth on it.
So that's just an advertising sign.
That's...
Or advertising ship.
No. The ship has wounded people on it. So
Okay, so it's a medical ship.
Kinda. It's probably just someone who had a big ship that,
Alright. So this isn't... From how everything looks, this wasn't the port we were intended to get into.
Yeah, no. Entirely.
We were probably supposed to be in some kind of big city. Fuck. How far was I from my destination? Or intended destination. He's gonna kind of walk up to one of the locals.
Well, there appears to be a human who seems to be hanging outside what appears to be like a tavern, who is just having a drink, and he has a bag next to him that you can imagine like a meal in.
Good evening. I have a question I would like to ask.
Evening. It is... He gives you an odd look. It's probably like 4 or 5 in the morning. For the actual time.
So it's good afternoon.
No.
It's in the
So good
morning.
morning.
Oh, 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 a.m. at this point.
AM, bro. AM.
Oh, he doesn't know that. It's still dark out. He thinks it's still evening.
Oh no, there's no.
Or good night.
No. Like the sky's like red and everything. It's like that sort of bit of the morning.
Ah.
The sun is rising.
Yeah, slowly but
Well,
surely.
good morning. I
Yep,
usually say.
yeah. What do you want?
Where would be... I came from the ship wreckage, and I have a question. Where is the biggest city or import of tourists?
Biggest city. Oh goodness. You're right. The nearest city is like at least a week away.
Wait. Oh, damn it.
Christmas. Just a week away.
Civilization.
Just a week away.
Just a week away.
You don't even say like miles. You do it by time.
Yep.
And I'm gonna get. Let me guess. Is that including or not including the rest?
Oh yeah, no, that's including rest.
Ah.
We're now what is a bit, not a bit. We're very far out from anywhere. We're like, I don't know. You can call it nowhere.
I feel like I should be angry at someone, but I don't have the energy for that.
And I don't have the time for it. My boss already gets on my ass about things, so I don't need an angry. I almost said tourist. My bad. Someone who just had a ship crash. Don't need to deal with that today. But yeah, you're pretty far out from anywhere else. Do you even know like what continent you're on? Like,
Oh, sorry. My brother was showing off his
Oh,
new
you're good.
headset.
do you even know what like?
Kill your brother.
You know what continent you're
What
on?
was it? Oh, sorry, go on.
Do you even know what like continent you're on?
This guy kind of scratches his chin. I forgot the name they called it, but it's below Europe, kind of the eastern part of it. Down more. It's basically the more south. It's more south than north.
Oh,
What is the actual continent called
okay.
in this?
So if you came from the beach, Jesus, that's a lot. You went from Andreas to Octavia.
Octavia.
How the far into the ocean? What kind of shit would have to hit your ship for that? I mean, a whale or a shark or
Powder
a
kegs.
kraken, but
Powder kegs.
no. My
Uh,
condolences.
I really have to say, well, I know I don't really think I should tell anyone, but I think I don't give two shits. Met a drow, made a deal, got no arm, but I'm alive.
Oh, so you're one of those undead folks.
Technically, I don't really like to be called undead. I hate being undead. I want my
Gotcha.
humanity back.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're pretty far out from shit anywhere. Ugh.
Well, thank you for the answers. I'll be on my way now.
All right. I hope you can get away home.
Get away home. Getting back to... What was my... Oh, hold on. Fuck, what was my place called?
The Dresricks.
Is the land also called Drezikland or whatever the fuck?
No, I haven't thought of that. Well, you know what? Now that I said it, it's Andrus.
Oh.
The actual continent it's on is Andrus.
Getting a ticket to Andrus on a ship that's at least decent would cost me about 100 gold at least.
Yeah, something in that price range. Ugh.
I'll be on my... But now I'm stuck here. Anyway, I'll be at your hair now.
All right.
He's gonna walk away.
I hope whatever you're gonna do from here goes well. He gives like a half-hearted, like a thumbs up.
Yeah. He's
Good
gonna.
God.
Heinrich's gonna kind of sit on a nearby bench and think of a plan. I already kind of have a plan, but Heinrich's gonna think about it.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Oresha. No, Naomi. Naomi, you watched all that happen with Heinrich. You've learned that the boat originally was on Andros, or was like very much off the coast of Andros. It wasn't super far. It's enough that if you really had a big enough boat to do, you could just drag the boat back to land if it had wrecked. But you're not sure how the boat ended up in Octavia, or even on the shores of an Octavia area. It's very, very far away, even to your limited knowledge of the world, given, how little you've been out in it. Garrett?
Yeah, I'm right here,
Oh,
man. I'm
okay.
listening.
But yeah. Now you're free to explore the town if you want, anything of that sort.
Naomi's gonna try to find a local that's near the entrance of town. A different one, not the one that Heinrich was talking to.
Alright. You look around for a little bit, and there's a building being built nearby. It's you can assume it's some sort of makeshift hospital, maybe an amphitheater. It's you don't know construction, obviously, so you don't have to. But there is there appears to be a single dwarf working on it, hammering away at some bits of. Well, he's working at what appears to be a small forge, and he seems to be fixing one of his tools.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
The dwarf looks up at you. He looks very groggy, very tired, and he has quite a good bit of wrinkles. You can imagine he's pretty old. Aye, morning, Lassie.
Terribly sorry to bother you. Did you see a somewhat tall, tiefling succubus come by here? I'm trying to find them.
I don't know about succubus, but there was a one passed by not too long ago. Went into the other side of town.
Okay, thank you so much.
He points towards where the stairs would be from here. He points basically to he points rightwards. Rightwards. What the fuck is wrong?
Head that way.
All right. You're met with the same set of stairs that lead into this actual, this different part of town. And if you want to, you can enter Gillsworth, and if you do, yeah, you're a little bit more weighed down because different pressure differences, and you feel a little humid, but it stops as you fully enter, basically. And you're met with the same set Oresha was, and you're met with the same set Oresha was.
It's just in here.
Well, Oresha's somewhere around the area. The builder didn't seem to know much more than just he saw her walk by. Oresha, what are you doing at the moment? Are you just wandering around town again?
Oresha was probably gonna head back to the camp after talking to that guy and getting information.
Alright. You do happen to spot Oresha coming towards your direction, Naomi.
Oh, Oresha, hey.
Oh, hello. Did you need something?
Yeah, the Dragonborn's back at the beach.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Alright. Did you talk to him? If so, what did he say?
Well, he wanted to make sure that his performer friend was okay, and he said he saw us in the waiting room at Dresden's Manor. Whenever I asked him what he sacrificed, he said he didn't want to talk about it.
I mean, if it wasn't visible, then he likely gave up an item or someone important to him, so probably a good idea that he doesn't want to share. So,
and then I realized that men are strange.
why do you say that?
I'll tell you later.
All right then. Oresha's gonna glance towards Naomi a little confused and is gonna start walking back up the stairs. It's like, well, I've figured out that this Titan area has been here for a lot longer than the, I assume you would assume, Rickety Town. Seems the Rickety Town has been set up recently, and the whole lurk sign, I assume you saw? They're strange, somewhat intelligent insect fish beings that lurk the area. They're usually nocturnal, though, hence the time of which people go to home. Curfew, that's the word.
I learned that we are on Octavia, I think is what it was called.
Octavia. That's definitely not where we were supposed to end up.
Yeah, apparently the boat was leaving off a port in wherever Heinrich's from.
Um,
And apparently that's very far away, so we don't know how we got here.
Oresha's gonna see if she has a map on her. Because she probably would have a map because she has been traveling for a bit.
Just ask for the map of the area. Turns out we're in fucking New Zealand. Not Australia.
Whoa, what the fuck? How did we get in Greenland?
Yo, how the hell?
Yo, we're on North America.
I was in Germany. Now I'm in North Dakota.
I got my fuck. I should have never smoked that shit. Now I'm on fucking Detroit.
Now I'm on Detroit. You do.
No.
Oresha's just gonna pull out like a little map of
Uh,
essentially just the Europe continent.
Andrus. Yeah, you have a map of that.
Yeah. It's just like, yes, Octavia is definitely a completely different continent.
Is this one of those
This is
maps that
a-
are? Oh god.
It's just a map of just our continent.
I know, but
I mean,
like that, like before satellites, it was like one of those drawn maps that
It's a
nobody.
drawn-on map. Yes.
The actual territories and certain things are marked specifically, and there's probably like certain notes on where not to go, given it's like your map of Russia.
Mhm.
Probably like this is no longer this place anymore because Kingdom took this over.
You know the map Charlie Slimesicle drew on during his Skyrim VR video. It's like that. You just have just crossed out as like Nuremberg, and it just says too many whales or some shit.
And
Too many walleye.
Walleye.
Oh!
Yeah. Oresha looks at this map and is like, well, this is going to be pretty much useless, and she's gonna roll it back up and put it back on her person and just think for a moment as she continues to walk back towards like the actual rickety town.
Alright. Where do you get?
We need to set up our things first before we start trying to travel.
As you enter
Well,
town, you see Heinrich, who is just sitting on a bench, thinking.
Well, there's not much things we could set up to leave. I mean, the ship's kind of in the
see
water,
that?
and we're on the beach.
Yeah, you can see them already.
Heinrich's gonna stand up and walk over.
Over to us or the water?
Them, y'all, you.
Oh, I don't know why, but I heard water. It's like, wait, what? Water? What? Why?
Water.
Water.
Anyway,
Okay.
he's gonna walk up.
So, what information have you found, Heinrich? That
Turns out, furthest city, or the closest city, a week away. But
the closest city is a week away.
Yeah, the one,
Just a
the one
way.
that gets like tourists or
Just a
whatever.
week away. I'm so happy about this information. Just a week away.
What are you
Alright,
talking
so-
about, little one?
So we have that information.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Is there like any carriages or like carriage rentals nearby?
No.
Oh
Oh,
man,
good.
I was gonna say we could get a carriage.
There are some like there seems to be a horse stall, but
Oh, we could buy horse. You know what? It's better than nothing.
I can probably buy a horse.
if you pull
Yeah,
all
we
your
could-
money together, probably.
Trying
Yeah,
guys,
horse
my
are
money was in
expensive.
my bag, and I kinda.
Riley, we get a horse, and I get to be like Sylvain Fire Emblem, bro. Let's go.
Nah, you can't. I don't even think you know how to ride a horse.
If I see Naomi circling around a dragon like fucking Charlie Slimesicle Elden Ring, I'm gonna be upset.
He's gonna be fucking.
I'm gonna be
she's
like tarnished
I'm-
Elden Ring.
Naomi's gonna be like, I know how to ride a horse. It's easy. Get on it and fall off immediately.
Naomi does not know how to ride a horse.
Heinrich does. He had to learn for the military.
Oresha also knows, simply because traveling. Horses make
Yeah,
it so much
traveling.
easier.
I'm just a small-time shrine maid that came over, okay? I don't know. I didn't leave
You're gonna have
home.
to ride on the back of. You're gonna have to ride on the.
The information that I found out is, of course, the same information that you probably found. I think one information that I did get that you probably don't have. The lurks. They're strange, intelligent insect beings that lurk in this area. They definitely do eat the locals. So
Seeing as they're, not wanted
I think
here.
they're similar to like the goblins from well, not necessarily goblins, but like the
Goblins are at least intelligent enough to know what they're doing.
yes, I think they're also somewhat intelligent. Some of them have been able to somewhat speak like baby noise, like baby words, like something like "hello."
Are we
or-
talking about goblins or?
we're talking about lurks. We're talking
Oh,
about the
lurks. Okay, I'm about to say I've seen
they-
goblins speak full sentences.
But I also heard that they're able to set up traps, which leads me to believe that they're somewhat intelligent. They're pack hunters, so they do travel in groups. So I'd assume they're either similar to gnolls, goblins, or what's another one that's not so intelligent? Kobolds?
Zombies.
Oh, kobolds are pretty intelligent. Zombies?
Zombies are brainless. They only travel in groups because the noise of. They think the noise of groaning thinks it's other humans, then they find out it's more undead, and then they kind of just pile together.
Wait. What if these lurks are like those things that Dresden told us about, where like they become so undead like us, where like they kind of start to lose normal common sense function?
I don't think that would be correct, simply because
I
they have
think
the
they're
insect-like features.
I think the better term for these things is kind of like wolves. They're like wolves of the sea. Wolves, from whatever I've been told and possibly have seen before, they.
But for the most part, we know that they're nocturnal, so we don't have to deal with them during the day, which is good. Although
That also
if we're
puts
going to be traveling, we don't know exactly how far they go from where they live.
That also puts a stall in my plan. My plan was we get enough money, we buy a horse, and we can try to make our way to a nearest town to make our way to the city. And seeing as these things are unwelcomed here, maybe there's possibly a bounty on them.
Well, they're not necessarily unwelcome. They're just part of daily life here. They've been here for a long time.
Well, yeah,
Much longer
invasive.
than the Titan city that they set up.
From where I've been,
Riley, your dad wants you.
My father wants me. I shall be.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, fellas. Keep the conversation going.
from where
I'll
I've
probably
came
be here
from.
for the latter half of this. So funny.
What are the deer that have the teeth in this universe called again? Pikes?
Freaking Tilks. Tilks.
From where I've been, we've had bounties on tilks. If you provide
I'm not quite sure if they'd be a delicacy or not.
No, not
I
delicacy.
don't think these people would eat them.
No, bounties are not for, killing them and then selling them to a butcher. It's more or less a pest that, roams the area. If you get them, you can, turn them in for a certain amount of money they pay for it.
Well, it seems people are more scared of them than anything, considering they set a curfew.
So if we if we go to a nearby town that has a bounty on them, we could probably sell the tusks or scales or whatever they have on them to the people.
Like an exoskeleton. That'd be
Mm.
insect-like. They might
Most
also have scales, because fish. I don't know. It's weird.
If we're able to take some kind of piece of them to prove that we killed them, we might get a certain amount of money for them. Because we are dealing with a pest problem.
I'm back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Heinrich has a plan to basically try to find somewhere that has a bounty on the lurks to basically kind of like deal with pest problem kind of thing. Deal with like lurk problem. We'll pay a certain amount for each head or scalp or whatever.
I see where you're going with this, but I'm not quite sure we'd actually find a place like that. Well, not here at least.
Not here. That's why we go to the next town and do it. It might be hard on foot, but it's better than nothing.
Could be in the Triton town.
The Triton?
Because there's two separate areas. There's a staircase over there, she points towards it, that leads to more of an underground kind of city. Much more humid than up here. That's essentially where the Tritons live. They've lived here for a long time and have had to deal with them for a long time.
Well, we can go up there and see. But here's the plan. Get enough money to buy some horses, at least 2 for, want me to ride my own, and then you 2 ride on 1.
Yeah, I can definitely ride with Naomi.
If Naomi rode with me, not to say that she's heavy, I'm heavy. I think I'd be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, fair enough. Yes, that seems like a pretty good plan. I don't have any objections.
Naomi? Also, make sure we get some food, days' worths of food, and all that.
Yes, of course. We do need rations. I'm not quite sure if my rations would do anything, considering they're washed up. I'd have to throw them away.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to calculate my gold that I get at the
Yeah, I need to do the same thing, Will.
I
think everyone forgot to do that.
I think I start out with. I think I remember saying I started out with like 3, but like it didn't fucking. Hold on, I'll just redo it. Where the fuck do I? Where the fuck? Come on, man. There it is. Manage. I can't see sometimes. Character setting. Here.
Okay.
Oh, I chose equipment. Not gold. Okay, so I don't get a gold. Well, all the gold I did have was on the ship. And I'm pretty sure you know what happened to all that.
I just took a rough estimate. Actually, I'm just gonna roll D4 4 times. Fuck it. Ugh. Uh, 8 times 10 is 80.
80 gold?
Yeah, because the rogue starting gold goes off of 44 times 10.
Are you sure it's not plus 10?
Oh, it says times 10.
God dang.
Jesus. I'd say half it because you probably lost a bit on the ship. So
That's fair.
40. I am going to try to make money matter a little bit because I want to,
Yeah.
So a horse would probably cost like 100 gold.
Yeah, somewhere
Like
around
a
that.
platinum.
Or like probably like a good working horse would probably be 100 gold.
Yeah.
I hate to be the one to say, how much gold you got on you?
Me?
Yes, I forget your name sometimes. I don't think I ever caught it.
Oresha's gonna feel around in her pouch. I'm missing about half of it, but I still have about 40.
You know what? Better than nothing. And you, Naomi, I don't think you really have any gold.
Yeah, I don't have any money.
Yeah, especially since you were taken captive.
Seeing as you're the only one with gold, Oresha, I'm not gonna say you have to spend anything. I'd
Yeah,
say you would have to think about where you take your money some places.
Yes, of course. I suppose for now we should worry about lodging, most likely. About lodging. About
Housing?
where we'll likely stay for now. Housing, yes. I believe after that we should worry about food. So, if I can find a good inn that could maybe have
He's gonna pull out a
food.
small pack from his little pouch that he had. And in the pouch is gonna be like some rations he had. Whether it be like jerky or bread. I
Those
got
are going to be soaked.
It's probably
Salt
hardtack. It's probably hardtack. The salt water makes it taste better.
Also, I don't think we eat normal food anymore.
Well, he did say the only thing we needed to do is it's just a little bit of blood. If we overdose on it, we turn feral. I
don't
didn't think he
it's,
said it.
It's just life essence. It doesn't necessarily have to be blood.
So I could
Although-
probably grab a rabbit and then, eat it.
Probably.
Also, if you think about it, meat is technically life essence. He says he's saying all this as he's eating.
Suppose. But, anyway, I believe I'm going to go, maybe back towards the Triton town. Maybe find an inn. Or
I'll
something.
go look around the Triton town, see if there's any bounty area about the
Yes.
lurks. Or if
But-
anything, something to get us money to get us out of this hellhole.
Yes, of course. Naomi, do you think you can find a place that that would maybe sell rations, or just food?
Find a store, yeah.
Garrett. What the Garrett doing?
Garrett.
Give me a second.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. You kind of hear Heinrich kind of just go, "Oh, come on." He kind of pulls out his thing of what looked to be jerky, now kind of soaked and rotted. No, man, I like this stuff.
Yeah, I did sort of warn you.
It's only the jerky. The rest of the hardtack and cheese is alright.
It's
Kind of
still
pulls
going
out a
to be
piece
like-
of... He pulls out a piece of cheese, kind of offers it. You want a piece?
No, thank you.
Alright then. Oh yeah, by the way, the smell. Oh god, the smell of the cheese.
Oh, yeah. Oh God, the smell. That is exactly why
It doesn't seem that the salt water washed away the smell.
Yeah.
And you kind of like the sound of eating a cracker.
Oh, is that what it is heard from him taking a bite of the cheese?
No. That's what it sounds like with the hardtack. You know what?
Okay.
You know what hardtack is, right?
Not really.
Okay, hardtack is just think of a giant cracker, but it's very thick and very hard. It's just salt. It's salt,
So,
water, and
A very
flour.
thick graham cracker kind of thing.
Not even graham, because graham cracker has oats in it. This has nothing. It's flour, salt, and water. It's three basic ingredients rolled into a dough and then baked at like such a low temperature that all it does is just dry it out.
That's funny.
It's funny, and he's crunching into this thing like a cracker.
Jesus
Just to put
Christ.
it into perspective, how tough his jaw is. He's like that guy who, on TikTok, puts like shit in his mouth and breaks it with his jaw.
He also
Damn.
seems like the guy that would just bite on a jawbreaker.
Okay, I'm here.
This guy looks like
needed?
he crunches jawbreakers like suckers.
Welcome back, Garrett.
Yeah, what's needed?
Oresha was just gonna. Oresha asked Naomi if she could look for just a store that could maybe sell food and stuff like that.
Like a general store or possibly,
Just a
a
general
food
store.
store.
So Oresha was gonna go look for lodging first before going to buy food and stuff like that.
I don't have any money.
Well, look,
I-
you're scouting ahead.
You're just going there, and then whenever I come back, I'll find you. Or most likely you'll find me, but either way, you lead me there.
Okay.
Oresha's then going to go back towards the Triton town to go look for just good lodging.
Lodging, a place to stay.
Yes, a place to stay.
Alright. Well, our good friend Oresha. You go back into the turn town, and there's a decent bit from what you can see at the very least. There appear to be some taverns that have rooms you can rent. There appear to be actual inns themselves, and there appear to be other such things. The cheapest is there is a brothel-esque building masquerading as a general store that has
Lovely.
area in a mostly empty storage room. It's about 50 copper a night. It's really cheap, but you have to basically bring your own you'd have to essentially buy stuff from the store to be able to sleep comfortably in there. But most of the places around are 20 silver a night. Not too much. The highest appears to be a much larger, almost hotel-like building that actually has a fountain in the middle, and is very it's very decorative, basically. A lot of etchings and everything in it. That has
They cost
rooms.
around 10 gold.
It's 2 or 3 gold a night there. Yeah, it's not
Still pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Oresha's gonna look at this general store that's trying to be the brothel because it's the cheapest.
Yeah. There
Don't need to
is.
be spending all the money that she has because it's the only money that the group has.
Yeah. The cheapest. It's basically a backroom area in the back of one of the little storage rooms. Off the side of the building. And they do sell what are they called? Oh my god. You bring them with you whenever you're camping. You sleep in them. What are not tents.
Tents?
Not tents.
Sleeping bag?
Yeah, they sell sleeping bag-esque things.
Sleeping bag?
Yeah. So,
Alright.
they're a cheap silver or two. They don't look like they'd be that comfy, but they sell some decent cloth and stuff that you could probably put under, and some pillows that you could probably try to, put under to cushion yourself against the wood.
Okay, so... Rain.
The rain.
There's sleeping bags for how much again? 2 silvers?
Yeah, 2 silvers each.
2 silvers each.
Camping, baby, let's go.
Okay. I'm just gonna quickly just move that. Then sleeping bag, each bag is 2, so 2 sleeping. So we're gonna get 3 sleeping bags. So 6. And then how much was just the storage area place sleep?
It's about 50 copper a night.
50 copper.
Yeah.
Let me take like. Is that just per person or is that just
That's just overall.
overall? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 50 copper per night. Take out 5 from here.
Oh yeah, we
Just be
gotta
50.
make sure we get them for the other people too. I forgot.
God. Oh my god. My brain is doing so much math. Okay, so I think I've spent everything. Not everything, but like spent as much as I need to. So I converted 2 gold into 20 silver. Then of that 20 silver, I took 6 from that. And then I took 5 silver from that. Then have 50 copper. Yeah, okay. Oh, math. Awesome. So I did that. Awesome. Got the sleeping bags. Okay, I'm good.
Alright.
After doing that, Oresha's done, essentially.
Alright. But, yeah, you pass her the money. Or you're buying everything, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you pass her the money, and they give you a nod for grabbing the items out from cases, because they're actually stored, so people can just steal. And they hand them over to you after counting, and they give a thumbs up after they hand it over to you. They do point you towards where you'll be staying. It's a little storage building to the right of the right of the actual shop.
How large is the storage building? Is it literally just a shack?
It is. Well, it's 2 buildings in one, but yours. Well, it's a little misadvertised. But you're going in. You have to go through what appears to be like a small maze of crates and stuff. Obviously a fuck ton of extra supplies, so they don't have to order anything for a while. And you find a decent sized area. It's about the size of. It's about the size of like a dining room, like a small dining room in a house.
Okay.
It's enough for everybody to sleep. It'd be a little bit cramped, but it should be fine otherwise.
It's still fine.
Yeah.
So Oresha secured that. We can probably head over. We can probably switch to like Geralt or
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, not Geralt. Heinrich.
Yeah. Heinrich, what are you doing?
He's kind of looking around town for any papers that say anything about bounties on these lurks, or anything that's kind of easy for his level, for the group's level.
Yeah. You
Wink,
find...
wink, nudge, nudge. Please don't kill us.
I'm not going to. Don't worry.
Never.
I
Frozen
intend,
dragon.
if you die, I'll do my best to make it not my fault.
I'll blame Joe Biden for it.
Yeah, Sleepy Joe.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Obama.
get the dice rolls up, Joe.
If I would have elected him in the office, I would be alive in D&D.
What the
It's just like the
day
whole
Joe
thanks
Biden's in
Obama
office
thing.
is the day Joe Biden's in office.
It's like the whole thanks Obama thing.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks Obama.
Thanks, Obunger.
Obama.
Yeah.
Obama. Soda!
Yeah, Booger be like, America,
Soda!
I have a crap
Oh.
blob in my mouth.
I have a large watermelon in my mouth. It looks
I did
gooey.
not eat the presidential block of cheese. I am not triangle shaped.
Please do not look down at my abdomen, for it is not triangle shaped.
I did not eat that big block of cheese.
Any pictures taken of me is clearly Photoshop.
That's Photoshop.
I did not.
Fake.
I did not eat Abraham Lincoln's hat. My abdomen is not circular shaped.
It's not shaped like your hat. But as you look around, there aren't really bounties as there are extra jobs that need to be done around
Well-
the town. There's a section of the beach that is apparently pretty dirty. It's on like by like a cliff face on like to the right of town. That's pretty dirty, and a shop owner wants to have it cleared out but can't do it themselves. They're offering about 50 silver for the job. It's not too much. There is a bounty for these lurks, and it's about a 20 gold bounty.
20 gold.
That's-
That means this thing's probably going to be big and monstrous. Are there
Well-
anything? Go on. Sorry.
Go on, Oresha.
Russia, I'm pretty sure, did explain that they do travel in packs, so they're probably not too big. But I
Maybe.
don't think
Is
she
this
was ever
20
told
gold?
how many travel together.
Maybe.
But, like,
Is this 20 gold per or 20 gold for like a pack?
It says 20 gold. It doesn't state it. It just says for it actually goes down like a small list of areas they might be in. There's a cove.
Oh, so like clearing an area of them.
Yeah. There are some separate listings. There's one for like a smaller cove to the left of town. There's one for a cave that is outside of town that part of it is submerged. And there's even one for another shipwreck that is a bit further outside of town on another beach about an hour-ish walk away if you were to actually go for it. But the main one to kill lurks, it seems an overall is about 20. So you'd probably get paid from, you can tell you probably end up getting paid in like, okay, the first job here's 5 gold, do the next one, that sort of thing. There is some basic stuff like, cleaning up after some people in some areas. There is a probably, you can imagine, richer person offering about a gold to clean their seahorse. You don't know how to clean a seahorse?
Get a
That's
toothbrush. Get a toothbrush.
Who said it's a small seahorse?
Yeah, get a toothbrush. Get beneath the scales. Get a large brush. Get like one of those back
A
brushes.
larger brush. There's one that is about
a Heinrich brush.
5 gold. That is, quote, it is some of it is written in Dwarvish. Like there's other bit written in Dwarvish, so whoever wrote it is probably a dwarf. About wrangling someone's pet alligator that got loose about a month ago.
Ah, that would be a job for Heinrich. Since it's strength.
Yeah. There's also one written by what appears to be a child who's missing their doll of some sort of odd woodland animal. It's not mentioned. It's just like it's literally written as odd woodland animal, and the writing there is completely like it's written by someone else clearly.
Is this like you said? A kid missing a doll. Is it like in fucking crayon? Or
Yeah,
this version?
It
Yeah,
like it's in
absolutely.
crayon, but the odd woodland creature is like just in a completely different, like someone else wrote it and it's in like pencil.
Yeah, probably the parents. Is there like is there a Crayola drawing of the creature?
There is not,
Oh man.
unfortunately.
Well, maybe I could find it along the way of wrestling the alligator.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I could just imagine Naomi's just like looking for Heinrich, and he just sees him spinning out of control because the alligator got his arm.
Ah!
Ah, ah! I got it under control. Trust me. Dies.
Dies.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the alligator one.
All right.
Just make sure it bites your goopy arm and not your actual arm.
Yeah, the goopy arm is it's like eating a milky like a melted milk dud. It just melts in his mouth. He's gonna kind of head back to the group.
All right.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. By the way, he also takes the lurk bounty list.
All right.
I forgot to say. Now you can go to Naomi.
All right, Naomi. Dog doing.
What's the dog doing?
What the fox doing?
I'm just gonna find. Don't say dog ever again. I'll kill you.
I mean, technically-
The fox.
Yeah, sure. I'm part of the same. I'm part of the same family, but not species.
What the
Yeah,
fox doing?
All right, go on, Garrett.
She's gonna be trying to find sick deals, so like places that are cheap.
All right, roll me. I guess roll
Keep
me
food.
an investigation check. Try to find something good, I suppose. Or no, perception, not investigation. I mean, interchangeably, I suppose. Either one really works.
Investigation is if you're looking for smaller clues. Like, you're going more in detail. Perception is like you're looking around.
Just the broader idea.
Yeah, broader. Yeah, what he said.
Broad.
Let me ponder
Bro, are
the
you calling
orb.
me, like, dumb and blonde, bro? What the heck?
You Minecraft music when I'm fighting for my life.
I like to call Minecraft music while fighting for my life.
It's Morbin time.
I will ponder
what did
the
you roll?
morb. Oh yeah, Garrett.
I rolled a 21.
21? How much?
21.
You're really low.
21.
Okay. My good friend, you do find some decent places. There's some that are selling their excess goods. There's a bakery that seems to be wanting to get rid of some bread that's on like the verge of being stale. Even though you do know a way to
stale bread.
rehydrate, even though you do know a way to like somewhat rehydrate that bread, rejuvenate it. You find there is a shop that seems to be tossing out older weaponry, or it's weapon that's not been taken care of. So if you want to, you can take basically like a rusted short sword and a rusted great axe. And if you got them actually repaired, you could probably sell them for a decent profit. You find a jewelry shop which seems to just be giving out trinkets and stuff, that sort of thing, and you get a small necklace of a fish.
Yay.
You do, because you're you do find a shop that seems to be getting rid of some of their magic items that are going to expire soon. And you are able to snag a wow, what the fuck is that item called? Oh my god, I gotta find it.
What's it do?
I just realized this. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, they literally show dead bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized that. A kid's show.
Avatar.
I mean, it was kind of a kid's show.
Yeah.
Alright, go on. I just realized
the
this.
genocide. Go crazy with it.
Alright, Avatar, maybe it did happen, but all of the air temples seems a little far-fetched, don't you think?
They are throwing out a cloak of many fashions,
Pog.
which literally
So
just
what, I
allows
just
you.
However I want. Is it just self-explanatory?
It is a
Yeah,
cloak
it
that you
just
can
changes
change the
whatever
appearance
hell you
of.
want.
Yeah. When I listened to a song about goblins, I just like tuned back into it for a moment to think, and I just hear they don't know the goblins are real, and I just what the fuck.
I don't know, I'm real. Wait, what?
True.
Oh, who the fuck is speeding down the highway? What the fuck?
Sonic.
Hey, man.
True. But our good friend Naomi. Oh yeah, you get that. And they are also, and they do throw out a. I'm gonna roll a D100 for this actually. Settle on a category.
What?
One moment.
What?
Balls.
What night, balls? I'm gay.
What? I'm
You
sorry,
never-
what, Logan?
You never seen Kanye East?
No. I have not.
They are throwing out a ring of water walking.
Ooh, poggers.
Dude, I'm taking that, bro.
Alright. Besides that, you do find some like bakeries and stuff around town that, mainly on the trend side of town that are selling stuff for reduced prices, but that's mainly just food, and you guys don't really need to eat. Well, besides the fact that you guys don't really need to eat because you're not fully undead, technically, but you just don't need to eat, you guys are not, like I'm not going to require you guys to eat ration stuff. I'll probably do the average method where, occasionally if you guys enter a restaurant, there's meals that give you special little things.
You mean like the thing I did?
I have seen so many DMs who do it, but you were actually the
Oh.
first one I've seen that does it, or like you were the first one I encountered that did it.
Well, I got the inspiration from Monster Hunter World.
Understandable. Monster
My
Hunter.
finger. Wonder Hunter.
Wonder
Alright.
Hunter.
Monster.
Is,
A mom hunter.
is there anything else you want to do, Naomi?
I mean, she was originally looking for food, so
Well, I mean, yeah, you can get some like I won't charge you for it, but there you can get some like cheap bread and some meat and such, and just pass it back to the party whenever you see him again. You know, apples and whatnot.
Apples.
surprised no one
Like,
tried to
Oresha's
kidnap me. If I'm
hair.
being honest. Probably saw my big sword and they're like, "Oh no, run away."
Then Oresha appears and she's like, "The fuck you doing with my child?"
Ooh, to my daughter, motherfucker. You wanna throw down? Wanna throw hands, dog?
Pulls out a rapier. You want to go?
You wanna fucking go, man?
I'll go right now, bro.
Oh, fuck. There we go. Very nice. But yes, is there
Very
anything,
nice.
was there anything else you want to do, Naomi? After getting a little bit of food for the party.
Naomi's gonna try this cloak of many fashions and then just start adopting many fashions.
What can I say? It's a cloak of many fashions. You can basically just kind of look how you want to look. Not like you couldn't before, but this allows you to like change on the whim.
So
Yeah,
it's
dude. Oresha about to see Naomi looking dapper as hell, bro.
I have a top.
I really
hat,
want to say it's just an overcoat.
full suit and tie.
Less of an overcoat
Absolutely.
and more of that
She's got the
it,
suit.
like
She's
it
got the
binds
suit
to
and
you.
Does
tie.
it just magically change into what design you want it to be?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just thought it would be like an overcoat, and it's like the shirt of many designs, and then be like an overcoat that you can put on anything.
It's a wondrous magic item, which is basically the equivalent of a ring that allows you to ring that allows you to clap a little louder.
You can stand out at the opera.
And I can walk on water now. That's pretty cool.
It is a limited time. It only has a couple uses though, because it's like the magic on it is slowly like expire. Not slowly. Well, slowly because it's kind of been there for a while, that sort of thing. So it's probably at least a year or two old in that regard, and probably not like enchanted by somebody of educated magic skill. So you can use it 2 or 3 times before it'll basically just lose all its magic. But then you can just keep it and look a little tacky with a shitty copper ring. That's what I would do. That's up to you, though.
Stretch. Whoa.
Yes, is that all you like to do, Naomi?
Is that all, Naomi?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright. After a couple hours of getting things done, you guys meet back up at where you're supposed to be sleeping. You know, getting your bearings a little. And you guys are free to discuss anything. And then after that, run over plans or anything of that sort, tell each other of anything. And then after that, we're gonna close off the session.
Alright. Well, I did find a few jobs we could do. I found one about an alligator that needs a bit of a rustled and brought back to its owner. And one about the lurks, like I said, but it's instead of it being I think it's like clear area type of thing.
You're an area.
Yeah. There's a
what
list
are
on
these
it. It kind of hands her the paper.
Oresha's gonna take out a paper, just like try and do a rough map, essentially.
Alright.
Rough map of just the area around them.
Or just keep the paper.
There's one that is a shipwreck that seems to have some lurks in it. Outside of town on a beach to the north. It's about an hour away, like I said. There's
So which one's the closest?
the closest would be there's one for a beach that's just near a little alcove just to the left of town. It's like a less than 2 minute walk. if you just follow the beach and like hug the wall left, hug the rock wall basically.
Alright. Well, the closest one to town would be this one. It'd probably help a lot more going for any of these other ones that are further away. Objections? Right.
Naomi does look dapper, by the way. She's chilling in the suit and tie, bro.
Oresha glances over, just like, are you going to sleep in that?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Alright then. Well, if we remove this problem that's closest to town, we could also continue to get rid of other places that are close to town. Probably not in the same day, of course, but heroes can't do everything in one day. For the most part, we can go to that place. Once we're done with that place, we can come back to town, get our reward, and see how much money we have left then. Okay, I missed. Got it. That seems like a plan to me.
Sorry, what?
Oresha was just like, I'm gonna go to the closest Tilk location. I mean, not Tilk, fuck. Lurk. Closest Lurk nest, quote unquote. And then come back to town to get our reward. If there is more time in the day, we could do others.
They say they only come out at night, so that would be more dangerous. Getting them while they're not expecting it would probably be better.
So during the day, yes.
Uh,
Other hunting would probably make them the most dangerous.
I'd say not to. I kind of want to do the alligator first, honestly.
Alligator would probably take more time, so I mean less time. So we can do
Wrangle an alligator?
first. Does he look like he can wrestle an alligator?
No.
I mean, you could use some of your magic
He's
to.
massive. What do you mean no?
I mean, yeah, I could. I mean, I was able to.
Alligators are strong.
I mean, when I was about 24, 23-ish, I was able to take down a horse with grappling.
Really?
Yeah,
Actually, kind of a surprise.
it took a lot of muscle, but I got it down eventually.
I'm much more dexterous than I am strong. Gotta be able to do details with these hands.
Though, I'm not in my prime anymore, I hate to say.
Well, I'm sure over time you'll get better. Or maybe you just... I mean, considering you're slightly undead, do you even age anymore? Well,
I
age like
believe-
you're not a human anymore, is what I mean.
Well, I'd like to get my humanity back someday.
Probably not going to be an easy thing to do.
I never said it would be easy, but I'm willing
That's
to
fair.
fight for it. I don't want to return home to my wife and kid as a ghoul.
That would be quite unfortunate.
Yep.
I believe... Can I see your weapons? Because I might be able to improve them a little bit.
He's gonna kind of pull out his war pick. War pick. I was gonna say war pick.
Oh, I don't think I've worked with a war pick before.
They're actually
maybe.
quite easy to use. You see,
really.
this end's more flat too. He kind of shows it off. One end is kind of like more, like a pick. It's sharp
Yeah.
and tipped at the end. The other end is flat, but not in the way flat as you think. Like horizontally, it's vertical, like an axe.
Okay. Riley, what kind of roll would I do to try and improve something?
I will hit you with a simplicity. Or
Simplicity?
no, an introduction to a simple system. Besides the fact that we're blatantly stealing from Dark Souls is something I never see
Cool amount.
anybody ever fucking use, and it's a genuine like condition shit. You, with of course in this case Heinrich's permission, would be allowed to serrate the blade on his war pick, so that whenever he attacks an enemy with it, or I mean at this level, like after 2 attacks with it, the enemy would have to roll a Constitution check to not
Make sure
bleed.
they don't bleed.
Yeah,
there we
and then if they fail it, they bleed for a certain amount of turns, basically.
Okay,
Or
so
that sort
I'm
of thing.
adding like a modifier to the weapon.
Yeah, if you want to improve it, you can give it an extra like +1 to hit, not like an actual proper +1 item, like one thing.
Yeah.
But it's basically just like taking the blade and like fixing every
Just
taking
sharpening it up.
Yeah,
Really, sharpening it up. Make sure it's nice and well maintained.
yeah,
Make the tip of the point more sharper.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it'll take about a short rest, and that's where we'll pick up next time. Is all that stuff.
Also, by the way, the size of war pick is like, like the size of a short sword.
Yeah, war picks are pretty small. They're really good. Though.
Actually, no. I would say it's a more special made one for Heinrich's case because he's big.
He's very large.
The thing, it's like the head is almost the size of like a war hammer, but like it's got the pick, the blade, and everything.
Mhm.
And the grip or the thingy, the shaft is it the shaft?
think
The
so.
actual handle, yeah, it's usually called
The
the shaft.
handle, yeah.
Handle
The
of
thing
the
you
shaft.
could
either
you could
one,
almost
either one.
barely get one hand around it.
Yeah, it's
Quite big.
thick.
Yeah.
Would I have to do a sort of roll for that? Just to
I'll say if you want to make it past like a +1, make a roll. Make it an.
just make a roll.
I'd say it would probably be intelligent.
Intelligence?
Are you better intelligence or wisdom?
They're both the same.
Okay, just roll and add your modifier from either.
Roll and add modifier.
Yeah, pretty much.
So just don't add anything, because I have a 0 in both.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'd say add like a +1 or 2 to that, just because you're supposed to like be proficient in
Yeah.
that.
Or I could just add proficiency.
Yeah. Actually, I just had your proficiency. So it's like a +2. Right
Yeah,
now.
that's a 19. Then.
19?
I'm just adding proficiency.
All right. You managed to get his basic. For I guess technical reasons, you could move it up to a +1. Just add like an extra +1 to the roll. Actually, is there a Warpick +1 item?
I think there is.
yeah,
I think there's a
I'm pretty
+1 to everything.
There better be, because if you like modify the modifier and like you like level up and stuff and you like increase a stat that would
Yeah, there's Warpix +1. There's a
yeah, just give us a Warpick +1.
All right.
Yeah.
Delete, and then I'll just add in war pick +1.
Yeah.
War. Fuck, I can't spell war pick.
Ow,
There we go.
my fingers.
There's such thing as a vicious war pick.
There's only like 5 Warpick weapons in base D&D. It's crazy.
Equip. Mint. A second. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't tell me what the damage is. Oh, yeah, it does. It's just okay. Hold on. Actions. Here it is. Sorry.
Yeah, in actions though.
I will say for the time being, though, if you want to modify someone's weapon to make it like serrated, or if you get your hands on other things, obviously you'd be able to make it like a poison weapon instead. You can only, for the time being, until probably level, let's say probably 4 or 5, maybe 3. Actually, yeah, 5 is a good point. You can only either make a weapon a +1 during a short rest, or you can choose to modify it to be serrated or whatever. You can only do one of those right now during a short rest.
And then level 5 I can do like 2.
Yeah. So you could improve something to +2, or you could do improve something to +1 and give it a modifier, like a modification.
Or I can just improve two people's weapons.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty sure, like,
Riley,
Yes.
since you're bringing this up, I'm gonna assume this wouldn't work on Naomi's sword since it's magical.
Yeah, Oresha would actually need like a proper forge to work with it, and it would
Yeah.
require and Naomi would have to, actually say yeah. You know, Naomi would have to consent to it.
the
Also for the
attunement
fact
will-
that Oresha has no idea how katanas work, because she's not Eastern.
Actually, yeah,
Um,
that's true.
she, you know, you strike it, you strike at the wrong place, your blade's gonna fucking explode.
Yeah, just...
Also,
And also considering
yeah,
it's a radiant weapon, she's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to work with that.
yeah, at a certain point, if we die enough times, you wouldn't even be able to come like in contact with Naomi's weapon. You would just start burning.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Is going to try
European
and, like,
longswords are
not
better.
die.
Oh, it's gonna be so. Actually, from a durability standpoint, no.
What?
From a
Oh,
durability
durability
standpoint,
standpoint.
no. A European longsword is not gonna be better than a katana for the most bit of durability.
But for flexibility and basically not having a weapon shatter on impact,
If you
European
use it
is-
right, it's not gonna shatter.
yeah.
Same
I'm pretty
thing.
sure Naomi knows how to use it.
Oresha would
But if-
probably be one of the first people to learn what full tang is and try to apply it to normal
probably.
swords.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's gonna try to apply it to like like a European short sword, and she's be like, "This fucking feels weird. It curves."
Also, how...
Oh no, that's not why it curves. That's not why full tang. Full tang doesn't cause curve.
No.
Bright is
Okay.
Naomi.
I mean the short sword
in-
because the blades were made out of an iron that was slightly flexible. Sorry, go
How
on.
bright is Naomi because of how radiant she is?
Naomi actually does give off a little bit of brightness. Yeah,
Is
she
like,
looks a
blinding
bit
or is it
better.
just-
It's a like
If-
it'd be a mild amount. Like if you like shut off, it's like a shitty glow in the dark like thing you buy from a dollar
okay.
store.
Okay,
It's like that.
Wait, so
Yeah.
does that mean eventually I'll have disadvantage on stealth checks and I'm just glowing?
You'll be able to control your glowing, which you probably already could now. But like you know.
If we crack her
just
back
mean
and then
more-
shake her up, she glows like a glow stick.
I mean more in the fact that Oresha's eye kind of thing.
Oh
That's
yeah, no,
more-
she's really bright in your eye.
Oh yeah, that's going to get a little annoying.
Yeah.
Man, I'm surprised that what's
Oresha like closes that eye anytime she's around Naomi. Like,
I'll be
it's
honest,
awkward, but I do it anyway.
I'm happy Shar didn't get the eye again. There would have been a lot of be like, oh, what is this? What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No offense to her.
But now
it's
Char's just gonna walk up to me and is like, "Hey, what's that look like? Hey, what's that look like?" It's like, okay.
You can't see elements though. That's the thing. Like you can't,
Yeah, I
see,
can't
elements,
see elements. Yet.
Oh, Riley.
I'll let you in on this and then you can talk, Garrett. Elements technically don't exist yet. Like that system of that doesn't really come until Pearl comes into like, you know.
Was that what he created and then like became a god for? He made elements.
No.
Also,
It is
I made
one of
a
his
theory-
creations.
I made a theory that basically like the reason why gods, the reason people don't know how they became gods is because people kind of forget. Not forget, they're kind of forced to forget. Because if there's a person there that witnesses how someone became a god, the guy can do the most minute thing just to surpass him.
No.
No?
If someone becomes a god, you can see it. They will attain a godly form. You still have to go through demigod before god, of course. But if you attain a godly form and become a god, people can see you. If you were to enter that form, so like, if a king was declared the best king in all the kingdoms and showed, like, all the kingdoms are like a whole continent basically, which would be the literal equivalent to a server admin. Technically, that exists with some gods. They're confined to. You know that one stand can like walk around the entirety of Florida, but like nowhere else. Yeah, it's like that, but for godly powers. So, but if a god was deemed the most powerful ruler of an entire continent out of all the kingdoms and proved it, he would become a god. And people would, you could put it in writing. 10,023. King Jarbalarg becomes a god, or ascends the throne in a new way. Basically, yeah.
I would say.
Becomes the god
okay, yeah,
king.
that is a good. my theory, I mean, I just said, but like,
Yeah.
it's just that, like, if you know, somehow, some way, there was a person that can surpass you in just such a minute way, but you know, still make it to where he's a god, or like replace you as like, let's say you're the god of making pies, and someone makes a better pie than you, and then just so happens that person's, you know, rival was like, man. Okay, so he added like black cherries to that pie. I'm gonna add black fucking rosette
chilling.
cherries to surpass him.
I'm going to add a slightly more fancy item to the pie.
That
Yeah,
wouldn't
just to
fully work. You have to basically fucking dominate the other god. You have to do the little. You have to be better at them
Yeah.
than like every skill in what kind of god they're becoming.
yeah,
You're
I kind of
bonus episodes?
But go on.
I just thought like gods only become
god
god.
by the face and just slam them into the ground with how good you are.
Yeah, basically be like, I held off 4 armies. Well, guess what? I held off 10.
You have to like double it and then some.
Yeah.
Yeah, double it and then some. Okay.
But obviously,
I would say-
no go.
I was thinking like, I mean, you explain it. It's just not the. I thought differently of it.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
But
I always think godhood is just like, God has like a standard, and
Oh,
then
hey,
you
hi,
double
Shar.
it,
Sure.
and
Well,
then
no.
add some.
Yeah. This is the little conversation afterwards that I'm gonna like cut and just move to the side after I do a little recording thing. But hi, we will tell you what you missed. The party woke up on the shores. They talked to some people who were helping some people on the beach. Turns out, basically, the entire like ship. Okay, so the ship was at a port in Andros, which is
Hold on, where
basically
the fuck are my glasses?
just off-brand
I
Europe.
don't know.
They're there.
And yeah, the ship after the explosion ended up on like basically at a whole other continent, which is the continent the campaign actually takes place on, and no one
Octavia?
really knows how. Yeah, Octavia.
I can't see a fucking thing.
And the party talked for a bit. They met the performer proper in the performer's actual form, not disguised.
He's a clown,
Yep.
and they're a
Uh,
Shatterkai, just like Aldrith, but not Dragonborn.
Wait,
Yeah.
you said a clown?
Yeah.
Another clown.
Look at character art. That's the character
Yeah,
we
well-
met.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the performer.
Makeup and all.
That is
Including, I'm gonna-
Justine.
It's rough, but actually a clown.
Where's his nose?
It doesn't have one. Those aren't invented yet.
Those haven't been invented yet.
Does it have a
Funny
knife?
colors have, but not.
It does
the
have a
funny
knife. It
noses.
does have a dagger.
Oh, it's a dagger. Damn, never mind.
Is the session over?
I mean, if you
Yeah, the
think
session's
about
over
it, a
for now, yeah.
dagger and a knife.
They're basically the same
Pretty
thing.
much over.
A dagger is not
Technically.
the same thing as a chef knife.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
but,
no, a
but
chef
like the
knife.
definition of just a normal knife, they're very similar.
Hey, what if this is
No.
the clown that kills the king to make the
Well, similar,
the,
yes,
the
similar.
gestures sword thing?
It's not.
Hey,
That's why I asked. It's not.
Also,
But
P
it's
said, "Hey,
funny.
Shar."
Maybe.
Yeah, the party went into town. Basically, the town they're in, Nelwood and Gillsworth. One part is like a very startup. Couple like months ago, some humans, dwarves, and elves moved over to next to a trident town that's in like a lake next to them. Very startup-y. They have
I
sorted
know-
out where they're staying for the night. They have sorted out how they're gonna sleep, buying some stuff for it.
Also, I was wrong. My mic did not come in today. I learned the definition of shipped isn't truly shipped.
Oh yeah, no, it's gotta be out for delivery.
It pisses me
Yeah.
off. I'm upset, but oh well.
But yeah, that's pretty much what they did.
As lo-
After
if they're
finding some
taking their time,
jobs.
as long as they're careful, I'm fine with it. Cause that bitch is expensive.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything that happened in a simple cut down format.
Cool. I'm guessing. I'm gonna just come up right on the spot. Why Keldrith wasn't there? You mentioned he got fucking splinters in his. He got like shards in his throat, right?
The reason you weren't there is because well, for convenience sake, you're just gonna like in a small torrent or like set of golden particles appear on the beach, so you took longer to get there. That's why.
Oh,
You're
I
still
was-
in the processing
Yeah.
room.
But what's your idea? Because I can also run with that.
My idea would have been that just because you're brought back to life doesn't mean every single wound is healed, and you're
Oh
not
no,
gonna
every
get
single
everything
wound
pulled out.
is every wound is healed.
Oh,
Yeah.
My idea was that there's still wood in my throat, so I'm currently knocked the fuck out still.
You'll appear
Not
on the
gonna
beach.
die, but
Now everyone
Okay.
appeared on the beach still
I mean,
asleep.
as long as they get you before 10 p.m., you'll be fine. As long as they get you before 10 p.m., you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh
explain.
my
Don't
gosh.
explain. Don't explain. Don't explain. No context until next session.
I have
Okay,
two
fair enough.
shitty like frozen breakfast burritos. I don't even know if they're
Swag.
completely thawed right now. I'm just
Are they
fucking hungry.
Are they the Jimmy Dean kind?
I think
Maybe Dean?
Those ones are baller. The Jimmy Dean breakfast burritos are pretty good.
it said something about Applewood smoked bacon, so I'm guessing.
Oh,
no.
yep, nope, that's Jimmy Dean. That's Jimmy Dean.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah,
Yes,
that's
it
this session.
They weren't in a box. They were just prepackaged. Set to
I'm
say.
gonna cut. Everyone say their goodbyes.
Goodbye.
Yeah. So
So long,
long.
farewell.
I
Farewell.
wasn't here. I just got home.
Yeah.